Hey guys, it's KevMK89. Welcome back to another episode of Mario Kart World Grand Prix. And this time, we are going to do the next cup after the... We're doing the cup with Bowser... Lightning Cup, right. So we still have Lightning Cup and Special Cup. Alright, Lightning Cup. 150cc. Let's do it! Moo Moo Meadows. That's where we're starting. Well, that's lame. That is just such a boring choice. We had this track for 11 years in Mario Kart 8, and they just really had to pick it again. They really couldn't pick Moo Moo Farm, at the very least, or make an entirely new Moo Moo track. They just picked Moo Moo Meadows, because they were lazy, or that it would work super well for the open world gimmick, which it does, but it's just so boring. This version of Moo Moo Meadows, in my opinion, is just so forgettable. It's so wide, and it's really... It looks worse, graphically, than Mario Kart 8's version, in my opinion. I think it's cheap. Okay, that was pointless. Why did I do that? There was a shortcut that people bounce off a cow or something right there, but I just don't know how to do it. It's stupid. There's a lot of stupid shortcuts in this game. Look, the Boo is normal in my item slot, but it's Mario Wonder behind me. It's the Mario Wonder Boo. What an interesting change to the Boo, where you're able to drive off-road and not lose speed. It's an item that got both nerfed and buffed at the same time. Where they nerfed how long it lasts for when you're invisible, but they buffed it to where you can drive off-road without losing speed with it, which is really neat. And I lost some speed. I hate that. You lose speed just for touching a patch of grass. That's crap. Oh, and I'm a Bitty Bug. A Parabitty Bug. Oh my gosh, I felt lighter too. I felt so light when I got transformed into that Bitty Bug. Alright, last lap. But what happened? Why does... It's the same layout as the Wii original and Mario Kart 8's version, but why does it feel so different? It's these jumps and these turns are less windy. It's like, what did they do? They just changed this track. It's so weird how different it is from the Wii original and Mario Kart 8. So strange. Yeah, even this just feels more slanted. And there's this big jump. A lot more hills to trick off of. What a weird changed track. Even Bowser looks different in this game, kinda. It's still Kenny James, thankfully. Alright, Choco Mountain is next. This is one of the retro tracks that I think has been ruined. It just looks like nothing like Choco Mountain. It's completely different. It's been industrialized. Turned into Charge and Chuck Mountain, where it's been turned into like a monster truck or sports stadium. What the heck? How is that honking the horn? Bowser's his hands are off the wheel. Weird. Alright, got me the double item. Look at this intermission. Oh funny, I hear a remix of Moo Moo Farm / Yoshi Valley. here's Choco Mountain. See, everything around just, it looks like mud. It's not chocolate. One of the P-Switch missions called it chocolate, but it is mud. It just does not look like chocolate. Feels like more so mud. But here's Choco Mountain. Here's the N64 track. The retro track that's supposed to be Choco Mountain, but looks absolutely nothing like it. It's like, what did they do? This just looks so it's so different. Too different. But also, Choco Mountain has never really been my favorite track, ever, throughout the series. It's just been an okay track to me. And since that's the case, I don't really care about it as much here, where at least it's different from its return in the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pass, and in Mario Kart Tour. That one was a much more faithful recreation of Choco Mountain. This one is just completely different. But since we just got it in that game, in Wave 1 of the Booster Course Pass, I guess the change to it here is, it's alright, or it's just whatever. It's a track that's just forgettable to me. I just don't really care about it. Alright, we're going from Choco Mountain to my favorite Wii track in the game. The better Wii track than Moo Moo Meadows being Toad's Factory. Toad's Factory is such a good retro track here. It's faithful to the original, unlike this track. Wii Toad's Factory is pretty similar to the original. It's not, at least it's not that big of a difference. It only feels different just because it controls better than Wii. Alright. Dude, are we going to Moo Moo Meadows again? Because this straight line intermission, or this intermission road, it's just, it looks very similar to when we were at Moo Moo Meadows earlier. It's just grass. Alright. At least Toad's Factory is not that far away. But it really blows that we're spending all of our time driving on this intermission on this road. It takes away from the actual track. I would not care if this Grand Prix, like if the Classic Grand Prix was an option, because all the tracks are there. They're in the cups. They just gotta add a separate mode where you can play Classic Grand Prix if you want to. Alright, here's the new wall ride. The new route that wasn't in the original right here. Toad's Factory at night. What's so funny is, when I was a kid, sleeping at my aunt's house when I was younger, I had a dream that Toad's Factory and Daisy Circuit returned. Or Movie Highway did in Mario Kart 8. And those two tracks came true, and then I predicted that Toad's Factory being at night instead could be what they would do to change it from its original. And it feels kind of cool that I was kind of right, where I kind of got it right. Since this game has a day-night cycle, you are able to see Toad's Factory at night. And it looks exactly the way I thought it will. And I thought that was pretty cool. Alright. Here's one of my most hated tracks in this game. And I'm not going to attempt that shortcut because it's very difficult and it's stupid. It looks extremely unintentional by Nintendo for it to be a shortcut. And I'm hoping they patch it out, because I think it's cheating. Because they don't want us to race. They want us to race on intermissions because they spent a lot of time making these intermission roads. And yet, you could argue they spent a lot of time making that one turn on that area on Bowser's Castle. And the vast majority of competitive Sweat players are not going to use it, so that'd be funny if they patch out that shortcut, so you will like this one sharp left turn, or something. Oh yeah, this is Big Donut. This is the battle stage that we're driving through. N64 Big Donut. Really the only real actual battle stage in this game. Because they decided to go the Mario Kart 8 Wii U route with battle mode, where it's an afterthought, turning sections of tracks into battle arenas. And it's just barely better than Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. But it is worse than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in every way. With the battle mode. Such a shame how battle mode is just not cared about. When that was Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's launch selling point when it first came out, back in April of 2017. Alright, here's Bowser's Castle. More so, Bowser's Air Castle from the Mario movie, which kind of the feel it gives. There's an arrow sign right there, that's just stupid. See, here's this sharp left turn. They patch out that shortcut, they're like, you will race on this sharp left turn. Like how you will like intermissions, you will like this sharp left turn. But it deserves to be patched, because that shortcut is cheating, in my opinion. Or it's not even an intentional shortcut that Nintendo wants you to take. That's what it looks like to me. It looks very unintentional to be a shortcut that people just abuse on this track. Oh, would you look at that? Race is over anyway. Cool, I don't have to race on this track again. Thank God. Because I don't like this track. This is one of my least favorite Bowser's Castles in the series. Alright. Well, anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Mario Kart World Grand Prix. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this video, or for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed, share the video if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new and near and around, because it helps out the channel a lot and lets me know you do like my content. Don't forget to subscribe to Super Kev MK89 Maker as well for Mario Maker 2 videos. The link for that channel is in the description as well. Alright, so King Boo and Luigi were runners up with me, okay? Alright, that is the Lightning Cup. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for me. See you guys next time. Bye-bye now.